The wife of a man detained by immigration officials is suggesting political activism is a factor. Former Yakima resident Mohammed Zahid Chowdhury has been at the Northwest Detention Centre in Tacoma since last week. His family believes he's been unjustly held as a long-time resident of the state and a military veteran. Chris Daniels with our sister station sat down with Melissa Chowdhury, Mohammed's wife, to discuss the case.
Under a Thurston County roof,
he's always been such a generous pillar of the community.
Melissa Chowdhury says is signed evidence of her husband's community impact.
Humanity's home.
But Mohammed Zahid Chowdhury, a disabled military veteran and father of her 2 young children, is instead in detention, she says, after he volunteered to appear at a naturalization hearing last Thursday.
And this is a peaceful, gentle, honorable, decorated, disabled American veteran who has been treated like worse than the criminals.
He was disappeared into this detention center.
Despite a pair of rallies over the weekend, Zahid has remained in detention and raised questions about whether there is more to the story.
Do you think this is related in any way to the claim that he stole a passport or used a stolen credit card?
I think they will attempt to make a lot of smoke out of that. He was told to take a plea deal and plead guilty, right, in exchange for what's called a rising of the court in Australian terminology, which is a misdemeanor at the level of a parking ticket or below, never been repeated.
Another part of that allegation is that he didn't report that when he was in Yakima and seeking a position in Yakima.
It was a genuine oversight that he didn't report it initially. He applied to be a volunteer police officer. He heard a radio ad that they were seeking support. He was already dedicated to serving his community every way he could. He was in the Army, the National Guard. He was a volunteer paramedic.
She does believe that her run for Congress and the couple's vocal opposition to the war in Gaza is a factor in Zahid's detention.
My husband and I are both very clearly on record standing up for the human rights of the Palestinian people. I find it entirely plausible that that is a contributing factor as to why my husband is currently in detention.
And Chowdhury says no matter the outcome of his next hearing, that opposition will not change.
Well, that fraud conviction you heard referred to there was in Australia decades ago, and she says it's not pertinent to the case, noting his long-standing ties to Western Washington. Now, we reached out to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, but we've yet to hear a response.